So guys, Montel Gordon here, welcome back to the channel. In today's video we've got quite an in-depth nitty-gritty type of step-by-step tutorial for you guys, straight social media marketing 101 right now for you guys. So in today's video we're actually going to be talking about how I've managed to go out and set myself 5 discovery calls in a single week without even making a single phone call, which is kind of crazy, which doesn't actually sound like much, but when you factor in and consider that I'm actually only working 1 to 2 hours a day on my social media marketing agency, then you can kind of see how this is going to start stacking up over the months. So without any further ado, let's jump into the video. Okay guys, so first and foremost you're gonna need to go and find your leads. You need to go find the prospects on Google. I actually recommend you guys use Google. I've actually made a whole video on this, so I'm not actually going to talk about that in today's video. If you want to go back on my channel, it was actually the 2 videos back, I believe it is. That video is titled How to Prospect Businesses. So once you found your perfect prospects, you want to lay them out into an Excel sheet. So you've got the business owner's name, their contact details such as their phone number, their email address. You also want to go ahead and get their social media accounts, so their Facebook, their Instagram, and that sort of stuff. Depends if you want to hit them up on LinkedIn as well. You can actually go and collect their LinkedIn. You're also going to want to go ahead and find the business owner's name, because in the script that I'm going to give you guys, it works best if you actually know the business owner's name, but it doesn't matter too much if you can't find the business owner's name. But I do recommend you guys just try and find the business owner's name. So since we're not doing any cold calls, that means we're gonna have to do some social media outreach, which in turn means you guys better clean up your social media accounts. Make sure you have professional looking photos on there. My social media is not that great at the moment. I really do need to take more professional photos, but it's doing the trick at the moment. So make sure you guys don't have like bad cussing language on your Facebook pages, your Instagram pages, your LinkedIn. Just make sure you clean up your profile pictures. Make sure you've got a nice, headshot in there, something that stands out. And make sure guys, in your bios of your like social media accounts, you have exactly what you do. So for example, if you help restaurant owners gain more clients, you can then say, I help restaurant owners get more customers through social media marketing. So make sure you have something like that, so they know straight away when you send them a message, they look at your profile, you look professional, clean, straight to the point on what you do. What else is going to help you guys out here is having some sort of social proof. So having quite a lot of followers does help you guys. I would be lying if I said that that doesn't matter, but I don't tell lies on this channel. I really do try to keep it real with you guys. So if you don't have a lot of followers, don't even worry about it too much, because if you look at my account, I really don't have that much followers compared to some of the other people teaching these sort of methods. I'm actually quite a small, solo type of guy. So you should definitely be able to use this. Again, I'm just going to repeat, make sure you have professional looking photos, something that if a business owner is actually going to look at your profile, they will feel comfortable working with you. Give value in your captions when you caption your photos. So like if you help restaurants grow their social media, you could actually make little 60-second long videos or something like that that actually talk about why it's important for a restaurant owner to use social media to gain more customers and stuff like that. Just make your profile look professional, because they're going to be looking at your profile. Believe me, they're going to be looking at your stories, so don't put any stupid stories up or try to keep it professional, guys. I'm sure you're old enough to understand what professional means by now. So guys, what you're going to want to do for this method is you're going to go to their social media accounts. Now I recommend Facebook works the best at the moment, because Facebook open rates are absolutely insane. Instagram is a little bit harder, because when you try to send a message to a business or just an account that you're not following, it actually goes in their requested messages section. There's actually limits on Facebook. This is the only downside to this method I found at the moment. At the moment, I'm actually seeing that if you send more than 11 Facebook messages in a single hour, Facebook will actually tell you to stop sending messages. So what I like to do is I like to send 11 Facebook messages And on the 12th one, normally you will get a message from Facebook saying you are not authorized to send another message, or whatever the message is. Wait an hour. So what I like to do is, I know that on the 12th message that I'm going to get this message from Facebook. So what I like to do is send the 11 messages and then stop, and then go to Instagram, send another 11 messages, because I've noticed that Instagram sometimes has this limit as well, but most of the time Instagram allows you to send unlimited amounts of messages normally. Don't quote me on that, because I've not actually done that. I've actually just done, I tend to stick around about 20 messages a day on Instagram, 20 messages a day on Facebook, and I break those down into 11 and 9 actually, if you want to do the maths properly. So my actual workflow for this, like I just said, is I'll go ahead, jump on my computer at like 8 a.m. in the morning, then I'll go straight to Facebook, get my script up, then I will go to my prospect sheet. I will click on the prospects Facebook page. I'll actually just send them a message to the actual business page, not the business owner's page, because if you want to send messages to the business owner, you actually have to go out there, find his account, then add him first, then send a message after he's added you. Because if you try to send a message to another personal account, so not actual business page, your message will actually go into the spam folder and they probably won't see it. But if it's a business page and the business owner kind of works at the business, trust me, they're gonna see it. Plus, if you watch my video on prospecting, you know that I only reach out to businesses that have the business owner that actually works there or is easy to reach by Facebook or Instagram or anything like that. So guys, like I said, what you want to do is open a Facebook page, and my workflow is I'll open the Facebook page, send a message. So I'll send 11 of these messages to 11 different business owners, and then I'll switch over to Instagram, because I know that if I send another message on Facebook, that Facebook's gonna want to go ahead and give me that limit, which is very fucking annoying if you ask me. It actually doesn't do that if you send messages to people you've already sent a message to. It's just when you're starting a brand new conversation with a brand new person that you haven't sent a message to ever before. So it limits you to 11. Well, it does in the UK. I'm not sure about America. I can pretty much say it's probably the same. So then after my 11 messages, I go to Instagram, and then I'll send all my 20 messages normally. That'll take me normally about an hour, because I like to kind of like personalize each little message I send using a script, which you guys will see in a second. So I'll send that message on Instagram, send 20 of those. By the time I've sent 20 of those, Facebook will be back up and running and send my next 9 messages. Then after I've sent 20 messages on Facebook, 20 messages on Instagram, I'll go over to emails, and then I'll start sending 20 different emails to 20 different businesses. The script that I'm using is actually this one. I'll also put it in my description just in case you didn't see that, but you guys can actually see how it's working. And just to give you some proof that I booked 5 discovery calls today, I'm going to show you my calendar. No, I did not make any of these up. Granted that I didn't close any of these. I actually only did 2 this week. 2 of them with no shows, which I need to follow up on, which is actually my fault, because I don't have a set structure on follow-up confirmation emails after they book the calls, which is my bad. I know a lot of people are shouting at me right now thinking, Montel, what the fuck are you doing? Make sure you get that system down. But I'm not afraid to admit that that's actually my fault, because I didn't send follow-up messages, confirming that they have actually booked a call with me. I'm actually going to fix that and start using Acuity Scheduler, which is a piece of software, and I'm actually going to start hosting my sales calls over Zoom instead of over audio, because I believe that's going to increase my conversion rates and close rates and stuff like that. But guys, make sure you're sending your 20 messages a day on Facebook, Instagram, your emails. You can even do LinkedIn. I personally would stay away from saying anything to do with social media marketing or marketing, because that's just got such a bad stigma around it, especially in the UK marketplace. Because every time I try to reach out to a business owner and I mention the words marketing, it's like they kind of turn their heads away from it. But if I say something like I help restaurant owners to bring in more of their ideal customers through managing their paid traffic campaigns, that sounds a bit more enticing to them. So anyway guys, that's just my tips and what I've been doing and it's managed to gain me 5 new sales calls in a single week. Just make sure you're doing your 60 messages a day. That's going to give you 300 messages a week. That's going to give you 1.2k messages to 1.2k businesses over a period of a month if you only work Mondays to Fridays. Which seems like good numbers if you ask me. And of course you up it and up it and up it until you actually reach full capacity, and then you bring on other people and start stacking with other people so you can bring on outsourcing and stuff like that. But that's for a whole nother video. Anyway, I hope that you've enjoyed this, and I hope that the script brings you success and gains you some clients, some discovery calls, and let me know if they did. But yeah guys, hope you've enjoyed, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace.